There's only so far that murdering thousands of zombies on the same map over and over can take you before it gets old. But within those constraints, Treyarch has somehow managed to deliver one of the most tightly crafted and fun to play zombies modes in years. Like always, you and up to 3 friends mow down horde after horde and only survive the higher levels by being smart about what to pick up and what to leave behind. Gunplay is strong with a handful of additions, but Cold War Zombies does admittedly skimp out on actually new content by dramatically overhauling an original Zombies map. It's just a shame they had to drop modes and features that I missed in the process. In the main mode, Cold War Zombies is generally the same routine it's been for years now. A dark, mysterious conspiracy is unraveling at an abandoned bunker, and you and your international team of generic Requiem operatives are dispatched to inspect and find out what's going on. Surprise! It's zombies. The story details are extremely easy to miss, but they are certainly there under the din of the slaughter. It's a little underwhelming that for now there's only one single map, Die Machine, which is actually an expanded and reimagined version of the first ever Zombies map from Call of Duty World at War. Thankfully, it's extremely large, layered, and dynamic. It's got the same flow of progression Zombies players will be used to, in that you'll gradually venture deeper by unlocking doors, turning on power, activating machines, and stepping through portals. One big shakeup to the formula is that, for the first time in the series, Black Ops Cold War lets you pick a loadout from multiplayer to bring with you directly into the Zombies mode. This makes great use of the unified progression system introduced in last year's Modern Warfare, and it can give you a nice jump at the start of round 1 if you're playing multiplayer as well. Being able to use your loadout from the get-go is a big deal. Overall, I like it better because it lets you hit the ground guns blazing, and you can focus on upgrades and perks more than scrounging for a gun immediately. But I admit, part of me does miss the slow and rewarding power creep of gradually earning better guns. You can still unlock weapons here, but it's just not as essential. There's a smattering of other new features, perhaps the most notable of which are the skills. Field upgrades or special attacks you charge up over time, like the Frost Blast that slows zombies down, and weapon classes let you specialize and upgrade your loadout with new abilities, such as transforming the rifle butt melee hit with R3 into a knife slash for more damage. That can be super useful because it conserves ammo. There's also a weapon rarity system to keep an eye on so you can score better attachments and damage. Mystery boxes stashed around the levels add more spice as well, since you never really know which gun they might spit out. And classic zombie features like power-ups are of course back. There is nothing quite like triggering a nuke that wipes out the entire wave just in time to save everyone. There's a new exfiltration mechanic now too, and it thickly layers on the risk-reward tension. Once you hit wave 10 in the endless mode, you have the option to call in an exfil chopper to rescue the team. If you skip it at wave 10 and fight on to earn more rewards, you do get another chance for a chopper every 5 waves. Oddly enough though, in the process of adding a few new features, Treyarch also removed several that I miss. What happened to friendly bots for solo zombies, for instance? But mainly, it's hard to swallow the fact that local split-screen multiplayer doesn't work at all in Zombies. It's online only. That's a crushing blow if it stays that way. Instead, some development effort went into the 2 smaller game modes, Dead Ops Arcade and Onslaught. Just like in years past, Dead Ops Arcade is the type of thing you try once or twice as a novelty and then you probably forget it exists. It's a top-down twin-stick shooter that's reminiscent of old-school arcade games, but it just feels janky and half-finished. The PlayStation timed exclusive Onslaught mode, on the other hand, is actually quite fun as a shake-up to the usual Zombies formula. In this mode, you and an online co-op partner are placed in one of the multiplayer maps with a glowing purple orb that creates a safe zone. Outside the safe zone, you gradually take damage over time, so you have to stay inside the circle and fight off waves of enemies even as it moves around and some super tough mini-bosses beat on you. The DualSense controller makes a big difference as well. The adaptive triggers really do mimic the feeling of pulling a gun's trigger, and the haptics have subtle nuances that differ from weapon to weapon. Between those 2 factors, the PlayStation version definitely has a leg up this year. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies is as highly polished and tense as you'd expect from a mode that's been around in some form or another for over a decade now. While I may only have one map until Treyarch releases more and it's sorely missing local split-screen co-op, the gameplay is excellent. At launch, it's a solid foundation to build from. It could become a great year for Call of Duty Zombies. For more on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, be sure to watch our reviews of the single-player campaign and the multiplayer mode. And for everything else, stay tuned to IGN.
What was Project End Station?
What I want to know is why are Omega Group so interested?